days and offered sacrifice unto the idol. That the Most High did 10 plagues on the Egyptians. Killed all of their firstborn male, everything. Nothing was touching us in Goshen, in the lands where we were at. Nothing. Seeing all this, talking about make a calf, this is who did it. Open the Red Sea up. This is our people. That's why you can't get caught up in Israelites as far as dealing with putting them on the high plateau. Higher than what, then you're going to end up getting hurt. Especially, I was going to say, hey, they serve their own belly. The Spirit is speaking expressly to you. They hear what it's saying. Because they're not of the Most High. They not serving the Most High as it should be. You see here? To whom our fathers would not obey, but thrust him from them. And in their hearts and their minds turned back again into Egypt. It's like a lot of you love the way of the world. So you the enemy of the Most High, you at war with the Most High. James 4:4 says. You better change. You better change your ways. That's why I said, I keep saying, we have to go over self-examination. I'll go over that next. Self-examination. Got to keep going over it. So we look at ourselves and humble ourselves. Don't get, just because you know a lot don't mean nothing. You ain't got nothing. I mean, compare yourself to the zillions that the Rothschilds have and so forth. Somebody was saying today where they were saying Bill Gates just giving money to send this particular whatever it is, statements to your friends and so forth. You just got money to give away. We sit out here, it's like they were showing how Michael Jordan was worth $1.14 billion. If he give $2 million, that's like us giving 17 cents out of $100. Now you figure. $2 million when you worth 1.14 billion, that's like 17 cents out of $100 bill. Come on. And that's why the Most High say, he ain't a poor man that's prideful. He hates you. You got no reason to be prideful. What do you have? I mean, it's just real, you know. You see our fathers, they were still looking at, so a lot of you going to look at, oh, I had it good in America. I had it going on in America. Here you brought me out here to die. No water, Moses, ain't no food. Once I took care of all the needs. Clothes lasted till the shoes didn't even wear out. That's a power. That's a spiritual power of the Most High. And we still complaining. I mean, opened up the Red Sea and made the ground solid. Your feet didn't sink into no wet ocean floor. It was solid for us to walk across it. And closed sea, the Most High closed the wall of the water through a Mashiach El Shai on various chariots. Seen him wake up and see 149,000 people dead. And we still don't believe. You read the Bible, you see what he's done, all the many miracles that he's done for us. And his love for us, his long suffering, his kindness, his gentleness, all the fruits of the Spirit that he has for us. He tell us to have the fruits of the Spirit. But verse 39, to whom our fathers would not obey, but thrust him from them, and in their hearts and their minds turned back again into Egypt, saying unto Aaron, make us gods, make us idols to go before us. For as for this Moses, which brought us out of the land of Egypt, we wot not what is become of him. And they made a calf in those days and offered sacrifice unto the idol, and rejoiced in the works of their own hands, praising this daggone calf. Then the Most High turned and gave them up to worship the host of heaven, as it is written in the book of the prophets. O ye house of Israel, have ye offered to me slain beasts and sacrifices by the space of 40 years in the wilderness? That's right. That's what he made us do. Walk in the wilderness 40 years till the last carcass was dead. He allowed the children that was born during the 40 years to go into the kingdom, go into the land of Canaan. 43. Yeah, he took up the tabernacle of Molech. Ye took up the tabernacle of Molech, and the star of your god Remphan, figures which ye made to worship them, and I will carry you away beyond Babylon. We went through the Babylonian captivity. You see, a lot of people talking about this Molech and star of your power. Them stars of gas. I ain't Nimrod. Nimrod is a man. Molech is a man. I ain't never seen him with no shield on. They talking about that's the shield of David. Prove it. Show Nimrod, Remphan, and Molech with a star of David around his neck. Anywhere around it. Or a shield. Or a snowflake. Or a lily. Or a pomegranate leaf. Show it. Or the anatomy of the lungs. See, our fathers had a tabernacle of witness in the wilderness, as he had appointed, speaking unto Moses. But see, we were dealing with that was wickedness, though. They'll let you know we went into idolatry. We following Molech and Remphan. And what did it say? Now, I'm going to make this clear. I don't want to jump over this right now. I want to make sure we deal with this, because verse 43 say, yeah, ye took up the tabernacle of Molech and the star of your power, of your god, Remphan, figures which ye made to worship them. And I will carry you away beyond Babylon. So that's very important when you look at the Ten Commandments in Exodus, the 20th chapter. Let's go there. Exodus 20. In the first part of Exodus 20, the commandments is all about the Most High. Listen. Exodus 20 and 1. And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am the Most High thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Egypt means captivity, slavery, or bondage. Say, thou shalt have no other gods or no other idols before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. This is the key right here. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Whatever you make, whatever you have, you ain't supposed to bow down to them, nor serve them, worship them, for I, the Most High thy power, am a jealous power, visiting iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments. That's the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob forever, and memorial to all generations, the Most High. So going back to Acts 7, you see that's what they were doing. If you look at verse 43, yeah, you took up the tabernacle of Molech and the star of your power, Remphan, figures which ye made to worship. See? Them. They made these figures, had these figures, and they worshiping them. And I will carry you away beyond Babylon. See, our fathers had the tabernacle of witness in the wilderness, as he had appointed, speaking unto Moses, that he should make it according to the fashion that he had seen. Which also our fathers that came after, brought in with Mashiach Yahushua into the possession of the Gentiles, meaning the foreigners of Israel, or the strangers of Israel, or the scattered of Israel, whom the Most High drave out because the face of our fathers, from before the face of our fathers, unto the days of David, who found favor before the Most High and desired to find a tabernacle for the power of Jacob. But Solomon, that's King David, but Solomon built him an house. David couldn't build it. He had too much blood on his hand. He was a warrior. He had 40 years of nothing but war. One of his men said he had killed so many men. He had blood all the way up to his arm, that congealed all the way to his arm. Just solid, just blood all over his arm, just congealed like that. Yeah, warriors. Look, verse 48. Verse 47, but Solomon built him an house. Solomon built the house. Howbeit, the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as said the prophet. See, the Most High don't dwell in temples made with hands. Heaven is my throne. It's the Most High. Say, heaven is his throne. Look at the sky, as far as you can see the sky. And his throne is beyond the sky. No matter where you go, you can go from here to wherever you want to go. And you still gonna see the sky. And his throne is inestimable. It says in 2nd Ezra 8:21. You see, it's inestimable. It cannot be measured. Like he said, heaven is my throne. His throne cannot be measured. Heaven is my throne. And earth is my footstool. So you put your heel on a footstool, that's the earth underneath the Most High heel. Come on now. What house will ye build me? Said the Most High. Or what is the place of my rest? What's the place of my rest? He said, have not my hand made all these things? His hand made everything. That's why he worthy to be praised for everything. So ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears. This Stephen, his last speech. Ye do always resist the Holy Spirit, as your fathers did. So do you. Now, a lot of you resist the Holy Spirit. You think you have it, but you don't have it. You think you have it, but you don't have it. Just like he's telling them. They always resist the Holy Spirit because you're always trying to bring some other kind of foolishness along with the truth. You better humble yourself and start to learn. You got to learn this. You got to live it. You got to apply it in your life, people. We're in the last days, that's for sure. It says, ye stiff-necked, talking to Israel, and uncircumcised in heart, uncircumcised in your mind, not knowing the word of the Most High. And here's what you hear. You do always resist the Holy Spirit, as your fathers did, so do you. Which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted? And they have slain them, which showed before of the coming of the just one. They showed before of the coming of a Mashiach Yahushua, the anointed Savior, of whom ye have been now the betrayers and murderers. In their face, tell them, you betrayed him, and you are the ones that murdered him. Gave him over to the Romans, a so-called Italian Caucasian, who put him on the tree with stakes in his hands and his feet. Who have received the law by the dispensation